This funny looking bracket will mount the front of the Fender down in the swing arm down here. It'll mount down in this area. So do me a favor and take some 409 or some cleaner. And let's spray that off and clean that off as, you know, the best you can. It doesn't have to be immaculate, but especially the front side there, because we're going to put some silicone sealant on the front inside this bracket in here. We want it to be able to stick to that. Okay, let's go ahead and take this apart and we'll trial fit it. This part of the bracket is going to loop down in the around that swing arm on this little flange here. So I just slide that in there like that. And then that cutout will clear this rubber boot. Kind of rotate that in there and then slide that back. This flange should be about even with the back of that square tubing there. And then these, what we'll do, we'll put this in later, but this will go in the front. This loops down under the swing arm tubing as well. That'll loop down into there and it'll fasten with these two screw holes. Again, your bracket will be black. I leave these metal colored so we can see them, because you'd be surprised how hard these are to see once they're powder coated black. They just don't show up in the videos. So anyway, where I have these squiggly marks, go ahead and apply your silicone sealant that we give you in the kit. I just goop some on there. It's front edges and the bottom edges of this. The screw holes are here. What we'll do is we'll put some silicone in there and then we'll slide that down in there. That silicone will kind of hold it in place too. It'll be nice. It'll make it a little easier to put the screws in on the other flange. Okay, it's really important to use the thread locker on these screws down here. So just go ahead and coat this thread with the thread locker and then go install them. And then when you get both sides in and tightened up, do me a favor and put some thread locker on this side again, and then we'll run this lock, this safety lock or nut against there. I'm going to snug that up too. That way it's kind of a guarantee that this will never back itself out. Now to get through these screws, you can reach down through this hole and hold the bracket while you do it. I reach through this opening on the back side over there to get to that screw. You can kind of reach past the chain. And then this side's pretty simple, so go ahead and put all that together. And be sure and tighten these up, but don't get too carried away. These are just 1/4 20 threads. They'll break if you get really ridiculous. So the Loctite should hold them. But go ahead and snug them up good. Snug the lock nut up, and then we're ready to install the struts. Or you may want to go ahead and push this rubber boot too, in case you disrupted the cover. Push that back on that module there.